SportsCenter. The Flyers look to maintain momentum as the Devils look to defend home ice in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. In baseball, shades of the Mick. McGwire connects again and again. The Marlins are on the go again and again. Put on your emergency brakes. We have a Jeff Van Gundy story that will really blow you away. The Lakers and Blazers are our peak performers, and the series hasn't even started yet.
We just can't, focus on one or two guys. We have to focus on that whole team.
We'll break down which college hoop team got hit the hardest with hardship. Could Fusaichi Pegasus dodge a red bullet at the Preakness? Tiger takes a trip and flies like an eagle in Germany. And Tonya with her day in court. SportsCenter now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to SportsCenter. Brian Kenny here alongside Stuart Scott.
Coming up in the show, who has more shelf life in the Meadowlands, BK? Tony Soprano or the Flyers? Hitting a high fade onto the green has a whole new meaning for Tiger Woods. But first, how often can you pass Mantle and Mays in one night?
That is some game. The name synonymous with power. When Mickey Mantle retired with 536 home runs, he was number 3 all time, behind only Babe Ruth and the still active Hank Aaron. Someday, the way we're going, the 500 home run room in Cooperstown is going to need some massive renovation. But right now, 536 still means something. That is where Mark McGwire is going into the night. Top of the first, 2 men on for Mark McGwire on Curt Schilling, no less. 3-run bomb, 537. He passes Mickey Mantle, 8th all-time on the career home run list. They're keeping count. And here we go. Second time up on Schilling. That's with a man on, 2-run shot. 5-0 Cardinals on the Phillies, and 538 his career. Now, top of the fourth, 5-1 Cards. McGwire up again. Schilling says, no, and not this time, and he get out of the inning. Now, let's go back in time at this point. 2 years ago tomorrow, as it would turn out. Last time McGwire hit 3 home runs in a game. His third coming off Wayne Gomes. Buries that on Gomes. He probably remembers that. To this one, McGwire coming up in the 8th. Guess who he's facing? Wayne Gomes with a man on. Not a bad pitch. No, Gomes think, what do I have to do? They just watch it fly out. 3rd home run of the game, his 17th of the year. That's with missing 10 games. 7-2 Cards, and all 7 coming from Mark McGwire. His 7 RBIs, a career high. Takes over the major league lead with 17 home runs. Keep in mind, it's mid-May. It is the 64th multi-homer game of his career. That passes Willie Mays for 2nd all-time. The Babe is still first for now with 72. They used to call it players' targets in the old Street and Smiths. The top 3 you probably know. 4th, good but gettable trivia question. Frank Robinson, then Harmon Killebrew, Reggie Jackson, and the next target for McGwire, Mike Schmidt at 548.
To hockey now. They buried Jimmy Hoffa there. They've been burying the Flyers there. The last 5 years, Philly just 4-22-2 on the Devils' home ice. Phillies aide Eric Desjardins saying things like, well, it's not the building, it's playoff time where it's a whole different game. But would you expect him to say, I'm really scared. Can't we play all 7 at home, please? One other Philly issue, Damon Lankow, who scored the game winner in Game 2, out tonight after a concussion later in Game 2. Tied at a game apiece. Flyers, Devils, Brian Boucher, the rookie. The Devils looking to take advantage of the home ice. Early first, Keith Primo slapper from the point. Martin Brodeur, nice save, but he looks a little shaky. One of 17 saves. There you go, it's up under you. Minutes later, Devils with the puck. Vladimir Malakov can't control it. 2-on-1, John LeClaire to Mark Recchi. Recchi off the meat rack. He's got 5 points his last 2 games. 5th goal of the playoffs, 1-zip Flyers. Just minutes later, Malakov making a man. Straight pass to Claude Lemieux. Lemieux, straight butter. 78th career playoff goal. We're tied at 2. Take another look. Flyers make an ill-advised line change, leaving Lemieux wide open in the middle. You can't leave a guy who's got that many career playoff goals open in the middle. Brother knows what to do with the puck. From there, Boucher would be on point. 2nd period, watch this save. Patrick Elias, free on the breakaway. Watch Brian Boucher. I'm going to be quiet. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. He had 27 saves. You won't see a better stop than that. Backwards, left arm, blind block. Remember, he outplayed the Dominator in round 1. Midway 2nd, 2-on Flyers. Keith Primo picks up the loose puck. Cross ice to Rick Tocchet, who beats Brodeur with the slap shot. Tocchet's fourth goal of the playoffs, 3-1 Flyers. Mid-third, same score, Peter Sikora's slapper. Stopped by Boucher. Scott Niedermayer's rebound. Come on. Brian Boucher says, what's my name? Later in the third, 4 minutes left, 3-1 Flyers. Sikora shot, blocked. Niedermayer had his back. Rocks Martin Brodeur to sleep. Niedermayer's fourth of the playoffs. Devils cut it to 3-2. Taking a look at the shot. Niedermayer's shot right between the legs of teammate Jason Arnott. I guess it's a teammate 5-hole. But 2 minutes later, Simone Gagne picks up the puck. Past Brian Rafalski, who beats Brodeur. Flyers win it 4-2. And they can win in the Meadowlands. Philly takes a 2-1 series lead. Game 4 at New Jersey, Saturday, 7 p.m. Brian Boucher, 5-1 on the road in the playoffs. Mark Recchi's 14th career goal against Martin Brodeur. Regular season and playoffs combined, only Eric Lindros has more. Rick Tocchet, the 8th Flyer to score a game-winning goal this playoffs. For the Devils, their first home loss to the Flyers in 9 games. But after the game, all anybody wanted to talk about was Brian Boucher's sick, ridiculous stop.
He was coming in there, and sometimes I just like to try and surprise him with my stick. And I normally don't like to poke check with guys going to their forehand there, but he made a pretty quick move there, and you're just desperate at that point. I mean, you're trying to get anything on it, and I got lucky there.
We were guilty of turnovers, wrong situation. Basically, they beat us at our game. They played our game better than we did.
The worst game I played so far in the playoffs. That's how I felt. I don't know. We lost the game. It was a big game, and I was not a non-factor in that game, and that's not good enough for me.
Well, for me, I don't want to get too excited, you know what I mean? Like, for 60 minutes, I got to try and keep myself composed in there and try not to get too down, try not to get too excited. And for me, the happy time is at the end of 60 minutes when we can celebrate. That's finally when I can go, phew, you know, and so, I mean, you know, you feel good that you can make a save to help the team, but I try not to get too excited.
Brian, I say for the rest of the show, every highlight is either McGwire's 3 homers or that save. No other highlights in the show. Boucher, as I said, improves to 5-1 on the road with the 2nd straight win in the playoffs. Rick Tocchet's 5 points the last 2 games, as many as he had in his first 12 playoff games this year. Good news for Jersey, kinda. They still haven't allowed a power play goal in 9 straight playoff games. That is the longest streak in the modern era. Later on SportsCenter, much more from the Flyers' huge win, and anytime we can see this save again, we'll take it.
Yeah, so it already. Back to baseball now. Only 7 teams in the major leagues spend less than $35 million a year in payroll. Among those 7, 5 currently have winning records. The Expos, part of baseball's lower class, and tonight, in their own class struggle, looking to sweep the big money Diamondbacks. Last of 3 in Montreal. Felipe Alou used to be in the underdog, top of the first. Diamondbacks up on top, 1-0. Travis Lee facing Mike Thurman with 2 on. Lee, base hit. Whoa, will score. Reds will score. Gonzalez, Durazo. Diamondbacks take a 3-0 lead. Bottom of the first, still 3-0. Vladimir Guerrero, other way, with a man on, puts that out. 2-run home run. It's a 3-2 game. Guerrero with 13 home runs on the year. In the 2nd inning now, Lee Stevens waited for that, ripped that on Brian Anderson. Steve Finley, nice grab. Used to seeing that. Finley, top of the 3rd, leading off against Felipe Lira. Diamondbacks lead 5-2. Finley rocks it deep, puts it out. 6-2 Diamondback lead. Finley's 15th home run of the year. Bottom of the 6th. Expos trailing 6-5. Lee Stevens down his home. 2 for 5 in this game with the home run. Stevens, 9th home run of the year. It's tied up 6-6. It's 6-6 in the 9th. Steve Finley facing Matt Blanks with the bases loaded. We got a play to the plate. Rondell White making the grab. Tony Womack tagging up, digging hard. Here we go. There's the game. And he's in.
Tony's got too much speed, bro.
Get it? Ball was deep enough. Diamondbacks get 1 out of 3 as they head to New York. Arizona go to Shea Stadium next. First time since being KO'd in last year's NL playoffs. No sweep this time, but keep in mind, you could combine the Expos and the Reds and still not equal the payroll of the Diamondbacks. Buck Showalter, loads of praise for the young Spos.
clubs. The Expos are a good club, well managed. They have a lot of ways to beat you. They're very athletic. Their young pitching staff is starting to get their feet on the ground. They got a chance to have a lot of fun this year, and hopefully not at our expense.
We took 2 out of 3 from a real good ball club. They weren't swinging their bats well until tonight. So that's 3 games, and we still got a couple more series with them.
Inside the numbers, it's a bad time to be a pitcher. Brian Anderson giving up 4 home runs on Thursday. He's given up 1.57 home runs per 9 innings. That the highest total of any pitcher in the history of the game, with at least 500 innings pitched. And for the 3rd time, the Guerrero brothers both homer in the same game. Oh, they waited over an hour and a half in Queens. Rockies and Mets rained out. It'll be a doubleheader August 15th. Pirates and Reds, they got this one in. Picked this up in the bottom of the 3rd. Dimitri Young and Aaron Boone on base. Benito Santiago at bat. Reds trailing 3-2 at this point. Santiago back up the middle base hit. Dimitri Young coming around. He's going to score and ties it up 3-3. Go to the top of the 6th now. Kevin Young on first. Luis Sojo at bat. Still in the tie game. A little liner here. Chris Steins got up, grabbed that. He was also 2 for 5 in the game. Hit .414. Mostly part-time. Ken Griffey Jr. in the 9th. Jose Silva says no. Oh, no, not popular, but good strategy. Up pitching to him, Dimitri Young. He struck him out. Silva got him. And going to extra innings. Bottom of the 10th now. Bases loaded. It's tied up 3-3, 1 out. Alex Ochoa versus Mike Garcia. Garcia got behind him 2-0. Ochoa said he's going to have to come in. Indeed, he did. Ochoa rips that over the top. Don't bother. Pokey Reese pinch running. Comes around. He scores. Reds take this. Reds are 5-0 in extra inning games. Cincinnati has now won 9 of its last 11. Line of the day, Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 1. He walked 4 times. Danny Graves getting the win. He's having an Elroy face season. The reliever is now 6-0.
Usually a closest to the pin contest in a golf tournament wins you a golf bag. And won Tiger Woods 10,000 Deutschmarks for his favorite charity. Not your normal par 3 either, from the roof of one skyscraper to another. Just another day in the life of Woods doing his building the building thing in Hamburg, Germany, after playing round 1 of the Deutsche Bank Open. Tiger, the defending champ of the closest to the pin contest, and the defending champ of the Deutsche Bank Open, and the defending champ on chipping from the fringe in a par 5 17. Wasn't all good for Tiger, though. Later on, Woods putting for birdie in the 9th hole. The ball rolls just past the cup. Is it the ball? The new ball? Hear about that in a minute. Woods shot a 2 under 70 to the 16th. Johann Skold on the par 3, 166 yards. High five, caddy, hole in 1, end of the day, even par 72. Retief Goosen, 15th, 12 foot for birdie. I'll see you, big baller. Retief tied for 2nd, 4 under 68. Miguel Jimenez on 18, 20-foot birdie putt. Aye, Papi, I did not know you could do it like that. Jimenez, your leader at 5 under 67. Here's a leaderboard, and here's the real story. Tiger is using Nike balls instead of his usual Titleist. It could signal the end of his relationship with Titleist. In a related story, 3.2 million people took up golf in 1999. But 3.2 million people quit as well.
The PGA stopped this week. Good numbers. Fort Worth, Texas, first round of the Colonial. Squirrel on the course. Frank Nobilo, meantime, putting for birdie. On a par 5, 11, sinks it as well. Nobilo 3 under, tied for the lead at that point, finished at 2 under par. Meantime, on set, yes, Stu, you know the feeling? Brett Guyberger. Brett Guyberger.
No, I don't know the feeling, because I just usually take my ball out of there and throw it on the fairway.
This is like a putt-putt. Finally goes down that stream. After attempting 2 drops, he's allowed to place his ball. It doesn't help here. He's a little shaken up. Guyberger sails this a little long along the grandstand. He double bogeyed the hole to shoot a 75. John Cook, meantime, on 8. Chipping this in nicely, a couple of feet away. Cook finished atop the leaderboard, 4 under par with the 66. David Frost hanging around on the top. Tee shot. This is par 3 on 16. Frost setting himself up nicely. About 5 feet away. He birdied the hole. Get to 3 under on the day. 67 for the round. And on 17, Davis Love the 3rd. The birdie. And he's right there. John Cook, the leader, going into the 2nd round. He has a 1-shot lead, but a lot of company nearby. 8 men, 1 stroke back, including Love, Mickelson, and Mike Weir. David Duval, by the way, calling in sick about an hour before he was to tee off. Duval withdrawing from the event. Well, there they are in our question of the night. Which player leaving college early will have the most immediate impact in the NBA? We get specific. We hear Marcus Fizer, Chris Mihm, Mike Miller, Moiso, Brisbilla, Quentin Richardson, or Stromiles Swift. We'll take a look at all the guys leaving early. Call it hardship, they used to call it. Click on to ESPN.com and vote. Results coming later in the program.
Which player has the best name? I vote for Stromile. Hey, guess who the Tribe got back in the dugout? And guess who wasn't feeling too well?
We mentioned payroll in baseball. Well, 3 of the top 10 have losing records. 2 of them head-to-head. Underachievers unite.
Also up gimpy, foot and all. Timmy Hardaway chewed his team out, then went out and scored 10 in the third to give the Heat an edge. How much of an edge? We'll take a look.
In pro football, if you get to the championship game, you got to be pretty good. If you get there and win, you got to be really good. Now, if you get there 4 times and win all 4 times, well, you got to be Joe Montana.
When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
Expect more from an original. Original Coors.
You must go to a distant land and seek a sign. Let it guide you, and you will be a true man.
Discover Card is accepted at 1,000 new locations a day, making it a lot easier to buy the stuff you want.
You are now a man.
More locations. There's always something more to discover.
Mike Jordan averaged 32 points every NBA game of his career. Mike Jarvis won 77% of his games in 2 years coaching St. John's. Imagine that dialogue. ESPN's David Aldridge reports the 2 MJs talked today by phone about Jarvis maybe becoming the Wizards' new head coach. Talks will continue Friday, but the 2 sides are still very far apart.
Well, Tonya Harding will spend 3 days in jail, serve 10 days of community service, and pay a fine of $600. This after the figure skater pled guilty to attacking her boyfriend using, along with her fists, a hubcap in the altercation. Harding's lawyer, meantime, blamed the fight on her simultaneous usage of alcohol, prescription painkillers, and Zoloft. Her boyfriend did ask for leniency for Harding at the sentencing.
I tell you what, if my girl ever beat me down, I ain't telling nobody, especially not the police. Anyway, I'm looking for a segue here, but
no,
there is none.
Got nothing.
I'll just say welcome back, Charlie. After missing 13 games following surgery to reattach his colon, Tribe skipper Charlie Manuel returned to the dugout tonight. In his absence, bench coach Grady Little went 8-5 and had powered the Tribe into a tie atop the AL Central. Cleveland and Detroit, check this out, postponed due to rain, but you saw Charlie rubbing his head earlier. Rain wiped out the first Tiger back-to-back homers since 1986. They had leadoff back-to-back homers, and you know what? Because rain wiped the game out, it won't count. So the Tigers still have not hit back-to-back homers since 1986.
I'll take a break here on SportsCenter. Coming up, can anyone beat Fusiachi Pegasus? Some have been gearing up for this week all along.
Also ahead, you think Andres Galarraga's taking it easy in his first year back? Think again.
If you're an amateur golfer with a current USGA handicap, you could qualify for a fun tournament, the Fred Meyer Club Challenge. Your foursome qualifies on your home course. Then the finalists compete in the championship at Creekside Golf Club in Salem on June 19th for a share of $17,000 in amateur and professional prizes. Just pick up an entry form at any Freddie's customer service desk or ask your PGA Pro. Don't miss your chance to tee off in the Fred Meyer Club Challenge, presented by Horizon Air.
truck out there. A truck who's dominated Northwestern roads for years, not to mention Dodge and Chevy. Ford F-Series. And now the reign continues. Introducing the Ford F-150 Super Crew. 4 full-size doors, a 5.4-liter Triton V8, and comfort. Super Crew holds up to 5 full-size guys. Ford Super Crew, soon to be dominating Northwestern roads, not to mention Dodge and Chevy.
Tomorrow on ESPN at 6 SportsCenter, then at 7:30 Baseball Tonight, and at 8 it's Game 3 between the Stars and the Avalanche. On ESPN2 at 7 RPM Tonight, at 9 Friday Night Fights, at 11:30 NHL Tonight, and at midnight NBA Tonight. And on ESPN Classic at 8, 16 Days of Glory from the summer of '84, and then an evening of classic auto racing. Do you have all the ESPN networks?
Giants and Braves, bottom 6. Sean Estes and the Giants up 2-1. Rafael Furcal up with the man on. Furcal, the first big leaguer ever born in the 1980s, lays down a bunt. He can fly. He can even fly getting hit in the back. Estes hit him. Both runners advance. Furcal, 19 years old, blowing up, hitting .320 this year. After Javi Lopez walked Greg Maddux up with the bases loaded. Maddux can do some things with his bat to second. Jeff Kent throws to first to get 1. Javi Lopez tagged going to second for 2 outs. Meanwhile, in another location across town, Hubbard and Furcal score. Braves up 3-2. Scary moment for Estes later in the 6th. Andrew Jones almost hits Estes in the face. Jones also hitting .320, got a single. Estes got a shave from the Gillette Mach 3, but he was okay. Bottom 7, 3-2. Braves looking for insurance. Furcal flies to left. Andres Galarraga tags. Now, Big Cat is about 6'3", 230. Bobby Estalela, the catcher, gets crushed, but holds on to the ball. Marvin Bernard, nice arm. He also 2 for 4 at the plate. Top 8, Mike Rimlinger schools Richard really to end the threat. Braves win at 3-2. Braves 6 straight wins, Giants 6 straight losses. 10 starts for his career against San Fran, in Atlanta, and Greg Maddux 10-0. Maddux, the 4-time Cy Young winner, but get this. He wins for only the first time since April 28th. That is a span of 3 starts that included a loss and 2 no decisions.
For baseball, at the Orioles and Rangers now. Pudge not playing, getting the night off. Top of the 6th, 6-2 Orioles. Brady Anderson facing Rick Helling. Helling coming in 2nd in the league in ERA behind Pedro, which is saying something, but that time that'll hurt the ERA. 7th of the year for Anderson. It's 7-2. Bottom of the 6th, Frank Catalanato, 5 for 5 yesterday. Set a Rangers record with 10 consecutive hits. And here, Sidney Ponson puts that through. Oh, runs will score. 2 runs will score. Rangers trail, but it's 7-4. Ponson would leave after striking out the next batter. He didn't want to leave. We take it. Same inning, B.J. Ryan in relief. Rafael Palmeiro rips that. Get used to seeing that with Palmeiro. Base hit. That's going to score a run. Bill Hasselman at 7-5 Orioles. Next man up, David Segui. And Segui getting a nice piece of that. 3-run home run, his 4th of the year. Segui puts that out. Rangers go up on top. Rangers win this game 8-7 the final. Anderson 2 for 4 with that home run. Pudge Rodriguez again with the night off, but Texas comes back with the power. Rangers have won 4 straight and are 13-5 since their 8-15 start.
Padres and Marlins call the police because there is some grand larceny going on. Luis Castillo, 4 stolen bases last night. Castillo, another stolen base, still in the 1st. Castillo at 3rd. Floyd singles to center. Castillo scores. Marlins 4 stolen bases in the 1st inning, a team record. Top 2, Eric Owens facing Alex Hernandez. Owens down the line. Damian Jackson and Gonzalez score. 2-1 Padres. Top 5, same score. Ryan Klesko facing Fernandez. Ryan Klesko. Holla at a brother. His 8th home run of the year. He went 3 for 5 on the night. That made it 3-1 Pods. Bottom 5, Floyd at 1st. Floyd steals 2nd. Gonzalez's throw is high. Floyd's 3rd stolen base of the game. Luis Castillo had 3 stolen bases in the game. Marlins 10 stolen bases. The National League record is 11. The Major League record is 15. But all those records are like old. The post-1900 NL record of 11 was set by the New York Giants in 1912. They say it's a modern record. That's really not that modern. And Marlins steal these 10 bases, and they still lose. Luis Castillo, 7 stolen bases the last 2 games. There is a warrant out for his arrest.
Fusaichi Pegasus getting the star treatment. Trainer Neil Drysdale drove right by a Pimlico arrival party yesterday because he didn't want his horse to have to walk on the asphalt. And now, for the first time since 1964, the Kentucky Derby winner will not be staying in the stakes barn, the hub of activity during Preakness week, instead settling into secluded quarters on the back stretch. Said trainer Bob Baffert, "I don't blame Neil. The media can really bug a horse." Part of that pesky mob, our own Steve Cyphers, following the more accessible challengers.
Of the 8 horses in Saturday's field, 3 of them, Hugh Hefner, Snuck In, and Red Bullet, skipped the Kentucky Derby and pointed to the Preakness instead. In theory, that trio will be fresher than the 5 who will have 2 weeks between races. In truth, says the trainer of Red Bullet, who will have a 5-week break, that's the way it is.
Just not to go through the rigorous campaign of going to Kentucky and flying, getting on a plane, and then coming here. And, I've trained, I kept my schedule, I didn't miss a day. And, we came here totally prepared. I wish the race was tomorrow. He's fit enough to run.
As the morning line's second choice, Red Bullet is given the best shot to upset the favorite, Derby winner Fusaichi Pegasus. That was the goal in April's Wood Memorial, but he ran second. Trying to beat him now will be tough enough, but Red Bullet will have to outrun history as well. Not since deputed testimony in 1983 has a horse who didn't compete in the Derby won the Preakness. 71 have tried in that time. 4 finished third, 4 finished second. None has won.
That doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, this horse has talent, and, I don't think it's quite the same now as it was then. And I'm not concerned because of my horse's ability.
With me now is Hank Goldberg. And Hank, what kind of chance do you give Red Bullet to upset the big horse?
Wow. He ran against him in the wood and was beaten 4.5 lengths. And Joe Orsino told me that in that race, he really didn't run like himself. He got caught on the inside, had to move sooner than he wanted to, was up much closer to the pace than Joe wanted him to be. And in this race, he plans to take him back. But the idea of beating Fusaichi Pegasus, in his workout the other day when he ran 59, the jockey was sitting up straight on him. Everything he does, he makes look easy, and I think he'll make it look easy again on Saturday.
Speaking of jockeys, Jerry Bailey will be aboard Red Bullet. Might that be a factor in the performance of the horse?
Yeah, this is a horse the jockeys don't seem to love. Jerry Bailey, he's only run 4 times. Jerry Bailey took off him to ride Anise. Anise is now out of the picture. Alex Solis had him his last 2 races, and now he's with Bobby Frankel in Aptitude. Now Jerry Bailey comes back to ride him, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Hank, thanks for the insight. That's it from Baltimore. Now back to the studio.
Steve, Hank, thank you very much. The second leg of the Triple Crown, the 125th running of the Preakness Stakes. You can see it Saturday, 4:30 Eastern, and you can see it on ABC. Well, coming up here, who ruined Jeff Van Gundy's day more, Thunder Dan or the pilot on the flight back home? We'll have that story.
And the 7th team ever to be down 3-0 and force a Game 6 once more than that, the Sixers want to beat the Pacers.
I'm serious. Whenever guys find out I have a cat, they freak.
You kidding me? I love cats.
Of course, my cat's not like other cats.
Well, sure he isn't.
He gets so jealous if anyone drinks my Bud Light. Anyway, I'll go get changed.
You're right. Stupid cats.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Oh, look at you, too.
Make it a Bud Light.
This is Jared. He weighed 425 pounds. Inspired by Subway's low-fat sandwiches, he invented a diet of his own, one he called the Subway diet. At the heart of his diet was Subway's turkey breast sub, a foot-long veggie, and lots of walking. Today, Jared weighs 190 pounds. We're not saying his diet is right for you. You should talk to your doctor first. But it is food for thought. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
What do you think?
Not what you expected? Try Glidden Idea Cards. Use them for color combinations, design tips, and inspiration. Mix in a little advice from the Home Depot, and soon you'll be painting with confidence. Glidden in the Home Depot. What a great idea.
This is Carl Ravitch on Baseball Tonight. The Yanks and Indians get ready to battle this weekend. We'll preview. We'll tell you why this Pedro reminds us of the other Pedro, and a close look at the success of Young Kim. Ryan McRae and Dave Campbell step in for Baseball Tonight right after SportsCenter.
Rock Falls, Illinois. It's my town.
Oh, there's Mike Downing. Watch, he'll wave with both hands. A lot of these folks, I'm their MetLife financial professional. We'll do 10% mutual funds, and the rest will go to annuities. MetLife and Farmers go way back. During the Depression, we got 7,000 farms up and working again. That's MetLife. John, I got a great job. I'm a part of these people's lives, and I don't have to sit behind a desk.
In the mind of a captain.
She's coming on, boys. She's coming on strong.
In the eyes of a crew.
What do you think, Skip?
In the middle of the Atlantic.
We're here for you guys.
The most powerful force on Earth.
I can't hold her!
Is the will to survive. Warner Brothers presents the motion picture event of the summer. The Perfect Storm. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, June 30th.
ESPN Classic, the network with the greatest sports in history, has 2 full days of vintage sports just for Los Angeles. Catch the Dodgers in their greatest World Series games ever. The Great One skates into NHL history. And Bill Walton leads UCLA to its 7th consecutive title. LA fans celebrate 2 days of glory with the Los Angeles Marathon. Starts Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, only on ESPN Classic. To get ESPN Classic, call 1-800-CLASSIC today. It's all for LA, but everyone's invited.
Art Schlichter is in police custody tonight. The former Ohio State quarterback was arrested in an Ohio restaurant tonight after federal marshals went on a manhunt throughout the Midwest. Schlichter is facing charges of money laundering and is also wanted for violating his probation. Gambling long at the heart of Schlichter's legal problems, an example of which he now faces charges of making bets using prison payphones while in jail last year.
The Heat blew the Knicks away twice in Game 5, then heat from a jet engine. Don't laugh, because you know New York was already down in the dumps, but when their 737 team plane was taxiing on the runway back home in Westchester at 3 a.m. early this morning, near a hangar where Knicks employees parked their cars, a jet engine blast blew coach Jeff Van Gundy's car in the air, flipping it, sending it crashing into 3 other parked cars, including Allen Houston's Mercedes. No one was hurt, but Van Gundy, having no way home, slept on a couch in his office. I have another question. Why Van Gundy got to drive a 95 Honda Civic, huh?
You know, when you see a car, my car supposedly, I think, flew up in the air and went over a number of other cars, and people were out there, so I'm just glad no one was hurt, really.
It's going to take a great game, a complete game, and it's going to be very, very difficult for us to put them away. And if it goes to 7 games, it's going to be very, very difficult for any team to put the other team away. I think it's been proven out in the 5 games.
They finished us off the past 2 years on our home court, and we haven't forgotten about that, you know, so it would kind of feel good to finish them off on their home court, you know, and send them on their way.
I like to say they executed very well, but when I looked at the tape, it was just like watching a horror movie. You know, it was extremely hard to watch, and you almost want to say, all right, Jeff, that's enough. We don't even have to watch the rest. We've done some good things. We just have to remember how we win and why we win, and go out and make that happen on the floor, and hope for the best.
Wonder what Spree would have done if Van Gundy's car flipped into his car.
That's behind him now. Come on.
Heat and Knicks. Each team has won 11 games in this series. Only 25 total points separate them in those 22 meetings. I'm talking playoff meetings. They shot, stop laughing, Brian. They shot exactly the same from three-point range and only a 9 turnover difference. They've alternated wins and losses in each of the last 10 playoff games. They each have hit 151 shots. Basically, the Knicks are the Heat.
No shot like a cheap shot. The other Eastern semifinal, not the formality it once appeared to be. It was Jalen Rose who used that word, formality, after the Pacers went up 3-0. Said Aaron McKie being dismissed so easily. Of course, we were a little upset. Right now, upset is a word that could be used in another way, possibly. Philly now just down 3-2 and headed back home.
Going into a hostile environment like we go into Friday night, you have to approach it like it's a game 7, because nothing ever is assured if there is a game 7 in our building.
We've had a hard time, you know, when Reggie and Jalen have been playing. As much as it's been difficult on the offensive end, we haven't created a challenge for them defensively either.
They're going to be a totally different team because, you know, I think they feed off Reggie. You know, you can see when we played them in Indiana, you know, they didn't have nothing. You know, I guess they must have felt they was going to come in, just lay down, let them have the game.
And Jalen Rose's performance, a key to the Pacers in their 6 playoff wins. He's averaging nearly 25 points per game, just about half that in their 4 losses. By the way, since Eric Shaw went out injured, by the way, Allen Iverson averaging 45 minutes per night. Well, Kyle Petty will not race this week in Charlotte or next week at the Coca-Cola 600. This after the death of his 19-year-old son, Adam, in a crash last weekend. The Petty family released a statement earlier today saying they, quote, appreciate the way our friends and fans from all over the world have expressed their love for Adam. Steve Grissom, by the way, will drive Kyle Petty's car in the Coca-Cola 600 race. Take a break right now here on SportsCenter. Coming up, more from the Flyers' pivotal Game 3 win over the Devils. More from the Meadowlands and that save in a moment.
They call him Q, Corey Maggetti's buddy growing up. How much of an impact will Quentin Richardson have in the NBA? Still have time to log on and vote.
This is a message for everyone with a mind. It's time there was a place for conversations about sports and issues and life that didn't require you to check your brain at the door. Dwight Janes in the afternoon, AM 860. Try it while you still can.
As the American military gets smaller, who will be there to answer the call? The National Guard and Reserve make up half of today's military forces. If you're an employer, remember, their response depends on yours.
Frustrated by the price of new cars?
Here's a great opportunity.
Right now at Landmark Ford, we're offering 50 cars from our rental fleet at extraordinary savings.
They're 1999 models.
Meticulously cared for by our award-winning service department.
But the best part is the prices.
Tauruses, 28% below MSRP.
Escorts, 30% below MSRP.
Even Windstars, 27% below MSRP.
Only at Landmark Ford.
Just off I-5 in Tigard.
Get more.
Spend less.
Lately, it's been questioned whether 3-play from ESPN.com is a form of gambling and therefore detrimental to America's youths. With me today is Atlantic City pit boss Freddie B. Is 3-play a form of gambling? Kids, pay attention.
No.
There you have it. 3-play from ESPN.com. It's free. It's sports. Give me the briefcase. It's money.
It's a significant amount of money.
And if you're waiting for this, second straight day, Astros and Brewers rained out. Today's doubleheader scheduled will be played on Monday. Cubs and Dodgers rained out as well. They'll have a doubleheader August 25th. Kerry Wood news, the Phenom with a tight hamstring. He was scheduled to go on Saturday. That's now pushed back to Tuesday. And if you're just flipping through, Game 3, Eastern Conference Finals, Flyers and Devils. Simon Gagne, the great move. Flyers win it. We get more from Steve Levy and Darren Pang.
Thanks very much. This series has been way too predictable right from the start. No, it hasn't. It's been actually totally unpredictable. I mean, think about it. The Devils dominate Game 1. Then there's New Jersey team. They blow a 2-goal lead in Game 2. Then Philadelphia comes here to Jersey where they never win. And the Flyers win. They have a 2-1 series lead, even being without their #1 center, Damon Lankow.
A lot of things were impressive. Keith Primo's play was impressive on faceoff. Defensively, they really shut down New Jersey in the third period. That was impressive. The most impressive thing was the play of rookie goaltender Brian Boucher. A key turning point to this hockey game came early in the second period while Philadelphia was on the man advantage. Patrick Elias in a shorthanded situation. He thinks he's got the rookie beat in a desperate move. He flings his arm over there, and as a result of that save, shortly after that, Rick Tocchet buries one underneath of Marty Brodeur. That ends up being the game-winning goal in this hockey game, all thanks to the game-saving play by Boucher.
Simply amazing goaltending. For Tocchet, he's the 8th different Flyer to score a game-winning goal in this postseason. As for New Jersey, they clearly need a bounce-back effort.
It's all about positives. The positives in Game 1, the positives in Game 2. Throw away Game 3, though. Throw it away.
We've had 18 goals so far in this series. Throw away the power play for both teams. 17 of the 18 goals coming at even strength. Now we send it back to you.
Steve, thank you very much. Coming up, Western Finals, Eastern Philosophy, the most complete team in the league versus Zen Destiny. A preview on the way.
And Mike Miller left Florida after his sophomore year. I like saying sophomore. How thick will his NBA impact be? Log on and vote.
Watch RPM tonight, every night on ESPN2.
So with less than a tenth of a mile to go, two-time marathon champion John Cogway of Kenya pulling ahead of the chase pack into Central Park. Now, wait a minute. Someone is mounting a late sprint, and it's Japanese sumo wrestler Fujiyama. An incredible burst of speed from the Grandmaster. It's going to be close, and it's Fujiyama.
HPE Services Solutions can make everyone nimbler, quicker, and more competitive, even the big guys.
to a Ford or Lincoln Mercury dealer now, and you'll get brand name tires originally designed for your vehicle. Factory-trained technicians who know it best, all at competitive prices. For a limited time, buy 4 Michelin tires and get a free Michelin car cleaning kit. Quality care service, the right people, the right parts, and always the right prices at participating Ford and Lincoln Mercury dealers.
I don't know where you're putting this dip, but I'll tell you.
We're waiting for Grammy.
Where's Grammy?
In London.
We're waiting for the rates to go down. You know, with AT&T's international plan, you could call now.
But we want the low rate.
You'd get their low rate all day, every day.
To the UK?
Wherever.
She won't answer it. She thinks it's too early.
They'll be laughing about this for years.
Oh, yeah.
Great rates to the world, all day, every day. Call 1-800-41-RATE to enroll.
From ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, this is SportsCenter.
Losing a match and your dignity. Japanese sumo wrestler Asano Kiri lost when smack dab in the middle of an all hot and sweaty combined 800-pound clinch with fellow sumo guy Chayo Hakuho. Asano Kiri's loincloth fell off, exposing his privates. Now, there is a little-known rule that penalizes a wrestler for allowing his privates to be exposed, and he was disqualified. First time the rule's been broken in 83 years since it was instituted. Sumo Incorporated, or whoever runs these things, will not release the video, and I think I speak for Brian and the entire floor crew when I say, good, thank you, bless you.
We don't need highlights of everything. To boxing now, the next fight all set for the heavyweight champ. After that gets a little tricky. July 15th in London, Lennox Lewis will defend his title against Franz Botha. Meantime, the British government approving an entry visa for Mike Tyson. The former champion will face Lou Savarese in Glasgow, Scotland on June 24th. Now, Lewis had said his next defense, if he does indeed get by Botha, would be against the legitimate #1 contender, David Tua. The money involved, though, in a potential Tyson fight could change that.
He took Brandy to his high school prom. He'll take somebody else to the altar. Kobe Bryant has announced he is engaged. It is not a singer or an actress or anybody famous. Kobe will be the famous one in the family. 21 years old, already started 2 All-Star games, helped Shaq lead the Lakers to a better regular season record than Magic and Kareem ever led him to, about to ball in his first conference final. Blazers-Lakers, our peak performers.
I guess it's the much-anticipated matchup.
It's like my first Final Four ever.
2 powerhouse teams here in the West.
Oh, it is on. What we've all been waiting for. The fattest 2 teams in the Western Conference with a combined 126 wins, meeting for the right to fight for the NBA title.
Series we predicted all year long, and it's here, you know, and this is the one that has been going on in a year from day one almost in the Western Conference. So, you know, it's fitting that it should be like this.
This is kind of what everybody anticipated that it would come down to. So, you know, I think both teams are looking forward to the challenge.
The challenge for Portland, do better than their regular season success. The teams split their 4 meetings with each winning a game on the other's home court. The last one, February 29th, a 3-point LA win that sent the Blazers spiraling and the Lakers cruising into the playoffs.
Well, it was a win that we wanted. It was a win that we had to have. And, you know, we did everything right that game. So, with this series, you know, we can do everything right for at least 4 games, and, you know, we'll be fine.
I think we're both in the same boat. You know, I mean, we know we're capable of beating them in LA, and they're capable of beating us here because they match that. So in that regard, we're pretty much even up on it.
During the regular season meetings, the Blazers' huge front line got the better of Shaq, if you can call it getting the better of him, holding him to just 20 points per game, down 9 from his season average. But Kobe was there to get Shaq's back, leading the Lakers with 24 points per game and shooting better than 55% from the field. On the other side of the ball, Damon Stoudemire led Portland, averaging 17.5 against LA this season, but the Lakers know they will have to keep their eyes on Scottie Pippen. The 6-time world champion picked up his game against L.A., averaging 14 points a contest, a couple better than his regular season average. But it is his knowledge of Phil Jackson's triangle system that really has the Lakers concerned.
The thing is, we're just going to watch Scottie. You know, Scottie gonna know what we're doing before we do it. So, you know, we just got to be wary of him and just be patient, because he's going to tell him where we're going at all times.
Scottie is a great player. We all know he's a Hall of Famer. However, we have a couple guys on this team who I think match up pretty well with Scottie.
This is going to be fun, you know, but you know, the focal point is not between me and Phil Jackson. You know, it's the Lakers against the Blazers, and you know, it's the players out on the court, and that's kind of where I want to keep the focus out of this series. But you know, it should be a fun series, and I'm going to enjoy competing against them.
Shaq hollering about the Blazers having a lot of weapons to choose from. He may be right. Each of the Blazers' 4 leading scorers improved their scoring in the regular season series against L.A. David Stoudemire, just Portland's 3rd leading scorer this season, but he led the Blazers in scoring against L.A. Game 1 of the Blazers and Lakers, Saturday, 3:07 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Jim Durham, Quinn Buckner have the call. It is on.
Peak Performers is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, who reminds you the 3 most important words are, "Hey, Beer Man."
Peak Performers, Mark McGwire blazing tonight. 3 for 4, his 3 hits, 3 homers. 5th career 3-homer game for Big Mac.
The runner on first. McGwire 2 home runs. He's driven in 5. McGwire with a shot. Deep center field. Glanville looking up. McGwire hits his 3rd home run of the night.
If you want to be successful in this game, you got to take what's given to you. And most of the time, you know, I don't get a lot to hit. And the times I do, I got to try to take advantage of it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, you know. That's why they call it an average, so.
In Boomerang, Eartha Kitt said, is Marcus going to have the biggest impact in the NBA? Still have time to log on and vote.
Frost Brewed Coors Light. Nice choice.
Thanks.
Nothing like some ice cold Rocky Mountain perfection to wet your whistle.
Yeah, you sure know a lot about beer. Come here often?
I haven't missed a game yet.
Really? Whoa. Could this get any better? Wow.
You're spilling your beer.
She's a beer man.
Your beer.
Everything you see around you, every day of your life, that's where vision begins. The doctor is in.
Micro Thin Plus Clears, the latest innovation from Pearl Vision. Our thinnest, lightest, strongest lens ever. Scratch resistant and completely glare free. One more innovation from the Eye Care Center founded by a doctor.
Nobody cares for eyes more than girls.
Right now, save $50 when you buy a complete pair of prescription eyeglasses.
We want the kids to appreciate nature.
And springtime is absolutely perfect for that.
They love to fish. They love to go bike riding. Is this a good one? I do all my shopping at Walmart.
Sleeping bags, stoves, lanterns. It's almost like having your home out in the camping area.
They've got everything you need for the yard.
And my golf game.
I don't know if they have everything you need for that.
We know that they have what we're looking for. You know you can't beat the prices.
Get great stuff for the great outdoors right here at Walmart.
This is just the best time of year.
I refuse to lose, to be average, to fail. I refuse to die, to be afraid. I refuse to be taken. I refuse.
Hey, beer man, one for the groom-to-be?
Bachelor party, eh? Well, this is Frost Brewed Coors Light. Are you ready for that kind of commitment?
Yeah.
Please rise. Come on, stand up. Do you take this can to be your very own? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish every ounce of this Rocky Mountain refreshment?
I do. I told myself I wasn't going to cry.
If anyone here has reason why these two should not be joined together, speak now.
Beer man.
Oh, there you go.
rookie team is out. No surprise which two guys got the most votes. The same two who shared the Rookie of the Year award. Elton Brand, Steve Francis, unanimous picks. All 29 coaches voted. No one could vote for anyone on their own team. Members of the second team, not pictured. Sean Marion of Phoenix, Chicago's Ron Artest, Denver's James Posey, Hawks' Jason Terry, Magic's Chucky Atkins.
And to college hoop, it used to be called going hardship. Now it's just business. The promising season could become a rebuilding year with just 1 or 2 underclassmen going pro. In many ways, the NCAA Sweet 16 is being decided right now. Florida made it to the national title game in April and was an odds-on favorite to return next year. Then the versatile sophomore Mike Miller, gone. Freshman Donnell Harvey, who didn't even start for the Gators, gone as well.
Florida got to the national title game against Michigan State using great balance, good offense, and a pressure defense. Mike Miller and Donnell Harvey were part of that. Without them, the Gators are going to have a tough time getting back to the Final Four.
UCLA was a major disappointment early in the season, but finished in the Sweet 16. Things were looking up for the Bruins until Jerome Moiso, Jerron Rush, and co-Pac-10 Freshman of the Year, Jason Capono, all decided to take a dip into the NBA draft pool.
Now, Capone's probably the one guy of these three that may return to the Bruins. Well, he better, because the Bruins right now are looking like they're more an NIT team than an NCAA tournament team, with really only Earl Watson at the point and Dan Gutzurik inside, their only returning experienced players.
DePaul was another promising team, making its first NCAA tourney appearance since 1992. Pat Kennedy was looking forward to having something next season he hasn't had yet at DePaul: experience. But Quentin Richardson has decided to make the jump despite a subpar sophomore outing. Even more of a surprise, junior Paul McPherson has decided to do the same. St. John's has not only lost the services of point guard Eric Barkley, but now they've lost high school superstar Darius Miles, who has decided it's the draft or bust. Low SAT scores could have been a factor, but the term lottery lock probably had an impact too.
There's no question that St. John's will take a Herculean effort to get back to the top of the Big East next season.
Teams that will reap the benefits from players staying, Arizona is one.
Lauren Woods, Michael Wright, and Richard Jefferson all thought about going to the NBA. Instead, they are returning to Arizona, making Arizona one of the teams to beat in 2001.
After Tennessee shared its first SEC title in 18 years and reached the Sweet 16, Jerry Green's biggest offseason recruiting task was to keep Vincent Yarborough and Tony Harris away from the NBA.
So now Tennessee is the team to beat in the SEC. You're the team to beat in the SEC, you're one of the teams to beat in the nation.
History has shown that teams with experience make more noise in the NCAA tournament. Just ask Michigan State.
Michigan State, the national champions!
Michigan State became one of the 2000 title contenders when Morris Peterson and Mateen Cleaves decided to return for their senior season.
This year, Michigan State may have kept the most important offseason recruit, Tom Izzo.
I, too, feel like I'm giving up a great financial opportunity and a great dream to maybe coach in the NBA, but it's not for nothing. This place is second to none.
Tom Izzo was able to look NBA millions in the eye and say no, something many underclassmen were unable to do.
Of course, it's easy to do when you're already making $1.1 million.
That's a good point, yeah.
Leaves us to our question of the night. Which player leaving college early will have the most immediate impact in the NBA? 30,000 voted by a long shot. Marcus Fizer, the guy from Ohio, 52%. Chris Mims, second. Stromile Swift, the LSU guy with the great name, is third. Joel Przybilla, just 2.3% of the vote. But I tell you what, he's a big guy with game. If he goes to the right team, he could have a huge impact.
Coming up on SportsCenter, Lindsay is hurting. Will she be ready for Paris? Much more coming up.
So, how long do you give him?
Another month at most.
You said that last month.
Come on. He expects people to serve themselves, to carry everything home themselves.
And those lower prices.
He's crazy.
Mrs. Cook doesn't think so.
Mrs. Cook?
And look, there's Mrs. Rogers.
In 1922, Fred G. Meyer had a time and money-saving idea that's as good today as it was then. Founders Days, our biggest and best sale of the year.
Oh, sure. I'll come to work 9 a.m. sharp. I don't need to climb no corporate ladder.
And you can keep your little 401ks. You could take 8 hours a day from me. But nobody is taking away my happy time. Thanks. Capiche?
Cosmo.com, free delivery from the internet to you in under an hour. Want some happy? Cosmo it.
How would you really like to get to know Jeff Gordon, Dan Marino, Dennis Rodman, Brett Favre, Pete Sampras, Charles Barkley? Find out why Greg Maddux wears a Mickey Mouse watch, what Mike Piazza does in bars, what kind of wrestler Tim Duncan would be. All this and more in Outtakes, a new book by Dan Patrick. Full expanded interviews from Dan's Outtakes column in ESPN the magazine take you inside the minds of today's favorite athletes. Offbeat, revealing, and fuego. Outtakes in bookstores now or through ESPN.com.
Saying her back just locked up on her, Lindsay Davenport is out of the Italian Open. The #1 women's player in the world hopes to be ready for the French Open. That begins May 29th. To the men, Hamburg Open, Tennis Masters Series, third-round action. Mariano Zabaleta facing Tim Henman. Zabaleta serving, and the rally. Off the Henman backhand. Zabaleta putting that one away. Looking for his second straight upset. He bit Leighton Hewitt in the second round. And here, going out in style, 7-5, 6-3, Zabaleta. Now, Magnus Norman against Eunice Elinawi. Norman putting this away. 3 sets, 3-6, 6-1, 6-4. Also advancing, Magnus Norman, Murat Safin, and Cedric Pialin. Alex Correia, the 9th seed, taken out by Francisco Clavet. This, too, the final tune-up for Roland Garros. And in baseball, the Twins swept by the Mariners in their last series, outscored 27-5. 5-5 in the top of the 6th, both Randy Velarde and Miguel Tejada with 2-run home runs.
Tribe skipper Charlie Manuel just returned to the team tonight, but the news just got worse for Cleveland. Right-hander Charles Nagy will have surgery tomorrow to remove bone chips in his elbow. He'll be out 6 to 8 weeks. Reliever Ricky Rincon also needs elbow surgery. Don't expect him back until July or August at least. Next SportsCenter, about an hour, Linda Cohn, Kenny Mayne, much more on Big Mac blowing up against the Phillies. 3 homers. Showcase highlight, Game 3 of the Flyers-Devils, and can Ricky Henderson get on track in the Great Northwest? All that next SportsCenter coming up. 10 p.m. Pacific. We'll be back to wrap this one up before we throw it over to the guys on Baseball Tonight.
How to speak Australian. Remote control. Beer. Foster's, Australian for beer. How to speak Australian. Termite. Beer. Foster's, Australian for beer.
This Sunday, the road trip charges into Arlington. Baltimore's Iron Man leads the O's posse into Texas to slug it out with Pudge and the Rangers. The ultimate road trip rolls on. Orioles, Rangers, Sunday at 8 on ESPN.
The conference finals continue on ESPN. Brett Hull and the Stars even the series and now head for Colorado, where Joe Sakic and the Avs have been deadly at home. Stars Avalanche tomorrow at 8, only on ESPN.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Foster's, Australian for beer. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network, go.com.
We'll have to investigate the baseball they're using in the Colonial Athletic Association tournament as well. 24-21, James Madison over Richmond. Greg Miller, 7 for 7. A McGwire-esque 3 home runs and 9 RBIs.
Speaking of 3 homers, Baseball Tonight up next with Ravi, Brian McRae, and Soup Campbell. They might even show Brian Boucher's save.
Web gems. That's a good point. It's coming up now. Thanks.